What's up, everybody? How's it going? What's up? How are we doing tonight? So this is an interesting game. I've been seeing some people playing it. Thought would give it a try. Also, some quick housekeeping. Let me put the music back on. So the constant stream crashing, I have been investigating and looking into like what it is, what's causing it, and it appears to be TikTok's fault. Um, so what used to happen was I would have TikTok set to software encoding. Hey, what's up, Flop? How you doing? And it would be fine. It would just be streaming happily off of my CPU. But TikTok recently forced a change that basically makes it so that it runs off my GPU and I can't switch it back. So having 3 streams running off my GPU is not good. So I've made the executive decision to not stream on TikTok until that either changes, gets fixed, or I can get TikTok on Restream. If I can get TikTok on Restream, then I can go back to TikTok. But anywho, let's go ahead and try the game out. Hello, what's up, Clay? How you doing? Hold on, let me move my camera real quick. I can barely see chat. There we go. Happy Wednesday. Also, I apologize to everybody for not streaming yesterday. I was so tired. I basically just passed out and then woke up late. Sorry, my phone was talking to me. What's up, Bella? How you doing? Okay, so this is a roguelite where you like
fight
animals
coming together
and evolve. So we're gonna find out what that's like. Oh, let's see. Hail. Carapace. Damage resistance. Wonder if we should go. Oh, we could have a tail and be a little fella. Should we go with the tail and be a little fella? We'll be. I look like a Quagsire from Pokemon. Quagsire. Oh. You gotta stand on top of it to eat it. Okay. Feeding speed plus 15 damage resistance. Return a percentage of the damage taken on contact impacts. Ooh, we can get thorns damage. We're gonna be a spiny fella. Okay. Oh, you're not a friend? That was just a tutorial. What's this about? Were you not listening? I'm just kidding. It's a roguelite. Meaning when you die you gotta start over. But it's an evolution based roguelite where you're basically your character turns into like different little animals. You get little animal parts all over you, and each one do something different. And you try to, I'm guessing there's an end boss or something, but I've seen some other VTubers play it and it looks really fun. Let's see. Let's get Jaws. Ow, I'm poisoned. Can't return that damage to anybody. Beautiful. What's up, Caffeine? How you doing? Also, Caffeine, you missed my spiel earlier, but I'm going to be taking a hiatus from streaming to TikTok for the time being, because TikTok is what has been crashing my streams. So if you wish to escape the ads, go to YouTube. Oh, he does bleed damage, huh? Is it eep time? It must be eep time. Subcutaneous fat. Cold adaptation, heat adaptation. Reduces the speed at which heat accumulates as well as increases the range at which mirages are revealed. Reduces the speed. Yeah, let's do that. My food. Go away. You gave up on TikTok on your second stream. I don't blame you, man. Like, I really, really appreciate the people there. Like, all the fans I've gained. It's just for as good as the platform is at some things, it's terrible at everything else. Should we get level 2 jaws or should we get more eyes? I'm gonna get more eyes. I got a little eye on top of my head. I don't know if there's like a thing that there'll start being a diminishing returns the more different evolutions I get versus just leveling everything up. Working on a mini Minecraft mod pack. Oh, what's it about? What you gonna add in it? Mini server. What do you mean by mini server? I still need to look into that. Legend of Zelda movie is releasing next year. Yeah, I don't care though. I'm a huge Legend of Zelda fan, but I'm not excited for that movie in the slightest. It just looks like young adult trash. Like they Hunger Games'd it. Am I a fox? Yes, I'm a fox. How you doing? 2 different mods that can act as a server without a dedicated server. Oh. So you don't need to like have any hosting framework or hardware, or you don't need to like rent a server or anything. Decreases damage taken by 25% for 1 minute. Increases cold adaptation, heat adaptation. Increases social. Sure. I don't know what social does. Maybe we should find out. Oh, I see. Let's just keep rubbing ourselves in mud. Antlers. Trunk. Should we start getting plating? This one's a purple level. Well, so is this one. Extra protection that will absorb damage before it affects the health point, except for poison environment, which penetrates it. Plating recharges to full on every evolution. Alters the distance at which food can be consumed. Attacks the attack that deals damage to the user. Oh, this self damages for 9%. Let's get some plating. Jesus, the world ending? What's going on? Am I just answering questions? I mean, you ask me a question, I'll answer them. I look like a snail hedgehog? Maybe because I am a hedgehog. Okay, I'm guessing this is the first area boss. Crabtar. Pizza. This guy takes a lot of freaking damage. Okay, I don't think we can fight this guy right now. Do we run? Central Mod does the same with a few monetization stuff. So is that something that you would be able to like stream Minecraft and people are playing with you, or like, how's that gonna work? Because I think that would be fun, something I would like to do. Ouch. Because I have promised, well, not really promised, but I have mentioned a server, Minecraft server. Yeah, you. You're the only one talking about Minecraft with me. Yeah, eat shit. Chunky. Attack area. Alters the size of the area covered by the player's attacks. Yeah, let's do that. Speed 1. Terrain adaptation 80%. That sounds good. We should be more... It looks so ridiculous. But cute. I'm wondering if speed also affects how fast you dodge. People will be able to get the mod pack and join through your disc. Oh. Okay. When damaged by... Wait, what? When damaged by an enemy or on dodge, leave a fake tail that will take nearby enemy aggro for 2 seconds. So more dodge. Yes. Yeah, let's get more dodge. I feel like that's extremely important. Now I look more snail-like. Yo, what's up, Justa? Tell me what? What are we telling me? Okay, those guys don't actually want to hurt me, so I feel bad for that. Still got to figure out what social does. A bazillion demons? Is that legit? Scales, damage resistance 7 heat at ooh. Excuse me. Oh, I can't have an exoskeleton and I can't have fur if I get scales. If I get a carapace, I can't have a shell. Excuse me. I don't want to be an herbivore. I guess let's get damage resistance. Hold on, I need some water. It's his word. Wait, when you were playing Cult of the Lamb or when he was playing, or, yeah, when he was playing Cult of the Lamb? Because I know he's been playing Cult of the Lamb, but I didn't know you were playing it. Yo, what the heck? When were you playing Cult of the Lamb? When were you going to tell me? Wish for summer. More attack. I think basically I can just get really fast and then just keep increasing my range. My attack range. That way I can like just run away. They'll never be able to catch me. Whenever I'm gonna check into your streams. Well, I mean, you know, if you streamed at when I was like either awake or not at work, then for sure. I want to be at a caffeine stream one of these days. But you usually stream like what? When it's early in the morning for me? How much do I want to make it summer? I think, can I skip? Shoot. Okay, let's just make it more daytime. 8 p.m. your time. What's that in freedom time? Yes, more reach. Give me more reach. Your normal streams start around now? Oh. So you're gonna abandon me is what you're saying? I see how it is. Just kidding. Stop farting on me. What the hell's your problem? Oh god, is there another boss coming? Water slows you down more the deeper you go. Did the terrain change? Aquaconda? Oh god. This thing looks like a piece of shit. And it's nighttime. Wednesday. So you stream on my Tuesdays? Maybe I'll just have to take a break from streaming one of these Tuesdays. So I can come watch a caffeine stream. Oh, I thought this was feet. I was like, am I going to be able to move quicker? Nah, let's get more dodge. Are you running? I think it's running. Yes, legs. Give me legs. Wait. Arms. I can leap. I can scuttle. But if I get tentacles... Ooh, look how many things arms get. I think I'm gonna have to go with arms. Oh shit, the boss gets poisoned too. Get wrecked, bitch. Nomadic. Gain evolution progress for finding points of interest. Hollow bones. Let's get claws. What's up, Smiley? Why am I not on TikTok? TikTok is what has been crashing my streams. So I am going to have to take a pause on streaming to TikTok until I can figure that out. And I think the thing that is going to help me figure that out is when I'm able to add TikTok to Restream. That way there's low overhead for my stream. Yeah. You played Cuphead? How'd you do in Cuphead? Increase number of ticks of your poisons. Increase the success rate of finding mushroom. Increase mushroom spawning rate by 10%. Yeah, let's get... I don't have poison... Doisons. I don't have poisons yet. But once we do... For feeding speed, regeneration. Ooh, let's get more regeneration. You don't know if he likes you anymore? Why did he give you the impression? You forgot. You forgot what you did on Cuphead? How's that even possible? Everything's running away from me. Am I scary now? Hey, don't eat my foodie, bitch. Look at that little guy. He's got a little cowboy hat. Oh my god, he's so cute. Eat chaos fruit. Greatly increase one random stat. 5 mutagen points. Currency used to reroll evolutions as well as for advanced options and some points of interest. Yeah, let's get mutagen points. I want to be a freak of nature. Ooh, that one has a star, but he's way too fast. He's talking to you about a girl he likes. I don't know. Sounds like he's just playing head games with you. You should start talking to him about other guys you like. See what he does. Okay, now everything wants to fight me. You guys aren't gonna enjoy this, I'm telling you now. I will whoop your asses. Then just make something up then. Ooh, let's get bigger. I'm going to pump you up. Agile. Hump. Chonke. More jaws. Dude, I'm gonna be a freaking dodging menace. He stopped being friends with his friend as well? Because his friend was being rude to you? That does sound like something a guy who likes a girl would do. Oh. Ability. Visibility. Increases damage dealt with ability. Oh, I should probably be doing that then. Hey, just as a heads up, it's usually considered bad manners to say that you're going live in another streamer's chat. Just a heads up. I don't mind you advertising you have a stream, no problem, but it's usually considered bad form. So don't do that, okay? You're more than welcome to say something like, hey, I'm about to go live, I'll catch you later, but what you're saying could be misconstrued as advertising. Everything is crab, you got it, Flop. Uh-oh, angry capybara. Who you mad at? Elephant? Ooh, get him, capybara. Boy. Jesus. I need to get bigger. This thing's whooping my ass. Oh. Neck bite. Jaws deal 50% less damage, but drops double the food if it kills. Jaws deal 50% more damage during the night. Let's go with that. I'm gonna be a vampire. How do I dodge that? Oh, space, right. I'm stupid. Yeah. Bleb indeed. Now you're on YouTube? Maybe it's not to link your Discord channel. No, you're good, Caffeine. I mean, this might sound like favoritism, but given you're my mod, I don't really care. I know you and I trust you, and I know you would never do that out of malice. Let's get some legs now. Yo, look at me, I got legs. I'm schmoovin'. These SpongeBob characters are annoying. Go away. I don't know what you are, but you have an evil symbol, so I want to kill you. Piscivore. Courting. Charms the nearest enemy in the target direction. While charmed, you may use the ability again to command it to move or attack. Oh, hey, I see my abilities now. Okay. Let's get more cold adaptation, I guess. More mass. Oops. I'm sorry, hat guy. Is that a crab riding a chicken?
If you hate ads, consider a sub or using your Twitch Prime.
I think now I'll just start focusing on what I have already. We gotta start working on evolving these legs. Jaws. Ooh, legs level 2, yes. Nighttime now. Now I bite harder. Scuttle. Is this a skill? Exoskeleton. Can't have fur or scales. Do I have scales? I don't think I have scales, right? Do I want an exoskeleton? Maybe. Yes. Dude, my jaws are crazy right now. I'm biting the shit out of everything. I'm like a little, what monstrosity am I? Yes. Arthropod unlocks and adds more legs to the evolution pool. Scuttle cooldown reduced by 50%, but can only be executed laterally. Requires no bipedal. Automatically gains arms, but decreases speed. I guess I have to go with arthropod. Right now, I think I'm just like some kind of multi-eyed insect thing. Agile. Toe bean. Social attack that can charm the target. Forager. Increases how often food drops are turned into health food. I think literally I just need my jaws and claws right now. I don't need any other attack. A crab, clearly. Is it just you? Yes. Muscular tissue. Evolution progress for finding points of interest. Nah. Let's get muscular. Ooh, more mass. I'm a beast, man. I mean, I'm not a beast, man. I'm a beast, man. Do you think God stays in heaven because he too is afraid of what he has created? Are you having fun with your custom or your little emotes there? Your little fonts and typefaces. You look like you're having fun. Whoa, capybara with a shell. More muscular. Whoa, look at all this meat. Mine, 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 mine. I am the apex predator. Yeah, you're all my bitches now. Here comes the next boss. Hi, Camille. Crabkin. Uh-oh. ¿Cómo estás, Camille? Sorry if I don't, oh my god. Are those my meteors or his meteors? Extremophile. Cataclysm resistance. Increase cataclysm resistance for you and your charmed allies. Nah, let's get this one. I'm guessing right now the meteors falling is a cataclysm event. Is Deathwing coming? What's up, Smiley? Muy bien. Muy bien también. Come on, what is it? More cataclysm? Yes. We'll get more cataclysm resistance. So now that it's nighttime, I can bite the shit out of them all. Also, is the game too loud by any chance? Sounds a little bit too loud to me. Hello, Erica. How are you? Okay, it looks like the meteors are hurting him as well. No? Okay, that's probably just me. Yay, I won. You should know that this is merely the beginning for now. Feel free to go back to the main menu and try the next pressure. Track your progress, aim for 100% completion. Okay. Pressure 2. Immune system 50. Diurnal increases the duration of daytime by 8 seconds. Your third level up will offer 3 legendary evolutions. Neat. Neat, neat, neat. Hey Claire, how you doing? Yes, it is crab time. Alright, pressure 2 time. It can be an amoeba? Yeah, unfortunately, Twitch does not have a translator, Camille. Oh my god, he has abs. That's so funny. So I'm sorry, some of the things I might not be able to understand because my Spanish is still kind of basic. Cortex. I have a brain. Oh my god. When you work out at the gym and the library. More maths. Increases damage dealt by every contact attack for 10 seconds. Beak. Long pecking attack that deals ability damage. Should I get a beak? I'm gonna get a beak. I look like a weird little duck fella. This is what aliens think ducks look like. They said they're doing English homework while watching. Oh. Good luck, Camille. Thank you, Claire, for translating. Let's get furry this time. Oh my god, look at him. he, he doesn't look like an alien anymore. Well, I mean, he still kind of does. Do you speak Spanish, Claire? Small? Should I be small? Let's be agile. I never got to finish the agile tree. Is that a fighting game? No, this is not a fighting game. Well, technically, I guess it is. But I am fighting things. It is what's known as a roguelite. Basically, if you die or you progress to the next level, you start over. And then you can choose new abilities and level up differently and all that fun stuff. Slug duck with abs. I just need to get legs. Then you'll see the vision. Bleb. We'll call this species Bleb. Can't fight the shelled dudes yet. I just gotta eat the blobfish for now. Beak. I am killing prey quite quickly. Stop running. Kind of like Spore in a way. Yeah. I mean, you know what? Actually, yeah. That is a good analogy. It is like Spore. Except you don't go to space in this one. At least I don't think you do. I've never seen like the other runs that are like, you know, higher level than this. So maybe you do go to space at some point. Why are you running? Yes, more attack. Oh, what are you? Frog spider? This is like a fucked up version of Pokemon. Oh, speaking of which, I've always wanted to try that one Pokemon game where it's like you combine Pokemon to make abominations. I want to play that for Generation. It is a little Yoshi. Oh man, this thing's gonna kill me. I ain't got legs yet. Oh, I see. I see how this thing's attacks work. Oh, I killed it. Yo, what's up, Rogue? Let's start with more regeneration. Poison resistance. Yes, let's get poison resistance. It would be funny. I'm willing to bet there could be a way for you to actually make Yoshi. You just get like certain what you call it? What's the word I'm trying to think of? Certain like traits and stuff. That sounds like fun, Rogue. Antennae. Oh, let's go with antennae for now. Because last time we went with eyes. All is well. Thank you for asking. Give me legs. I already had claws last run, right? Let's just keep working on that regeneration. Sorry, was that your buddy? Beak attacks penetrate enemy plating. Can be used on unoccupied burrows to spawn food. Let's get shark beak. Oh my god. It looks ridiculous. Were you looking for the empty space emoji this whole time? Very little weird frog Yoshi thing. Schmole? Maybe I'll go with Schmole. Then I feel like I'm gonna get picked on a lot by the bigger animals. Which is exactly what I was doing last game. Whining. On damaged, attempt to charm nearby enemies. Double the chance for animal damaging. Let's do that. We can shame the enemies into being our friends. I wonder, do the enemies evolve too? I'm noticing like different types of like the same enemies that look different. If that makes any sense. Maybe he's doing that to make you talk to him more. He's confusing you on purpose. He's like, talk to me. More antennae. Yeah, probably. Leech. Short range attack that has ability damage range 10% of it as HP. Revenge. On damage, increase physical and ability for 4 seconds. Let's go with that. Hey, don't... You hurt my buddy. What the hell? Vortex. Me big brain. I'm gonna end up being like Slowking after this. The literal genius of the Pokemon world. Oh, here comes the boss. I think Erica left. They're probably looking for the thing that you were telling them about. Revenge. Slow metabolism. No, I don't want to be a sloth. That might be good for some builds, but not what I want. Oh my god, he almost kicked my ass. Hate drawing backgrounds. I hate drawing eyeballs. I can never get them right. Gregarious affinity modifies the chance to roll evolutions of the gregarious type. Increases the chance to charm enemies with specific abilities. Also makes enemies give up on chasing. Defines... Okay, let's become an alpha. I don't know, guys. I think I'm just an alpha. The alpha doesn't listen to the teacher. You know what I mean? I'm gonna drown if I don't get out of this water. Running away from me. Curse my no legs. Oh shit, sorry. I didn't realize you were my friend. Okay, well now you're my friend. Thanks for hurting me. Do you really want to hurt me? All good, Flop. I'm glad that you're still here. I appreciate it. It's very easy to confuse inexperience or stupidity for malice. Yeah. In my line of work, that happens all the time. The fox shrimp makes you crave tempura. Oh, it kind of does look like tempura, doesn't it? Shell. Small. Stinger. Slow attack that deals initial physical damage and... Ooh. Yeah, let's poison. I look so weird. I'm just scooting along. I can't catch anything though. Everything's faster than me. Give me legs, damn it. Physical damage, please. You have a drawing idea in your head, but once you try to draw it, you end up giving yourself an aneurysm. What I hate is when I have an idea that I want to draw in my head, and no matter what I do, Oh, I died. No matter what I do, I cannot get the idea out of my head and onto the paper. I'm just gonna keep going with this one. This one was good. Yeah, you have 3 people to chat with, Flop. Tell them hi. Say hello, other chatters. We got a shell. It's okay. They're probably just scrolling on through, looking at all the lives. Thrifty. Negative size modifiers increase your dodge chance by that amount. Ooh. I already had Jaws, and Jaws was pretty good. I already had Cortex. But I'm gonna go with Cortex again.
So awesome. You so cute. You make my heart go woot woot.
Woot woot. Yeah, I am well aware of that, Smiley. Let's see. Should I go for a trunk this time? No. Now I look like a little elephant fella. Almost kind of looks like that one Pokemon. What's his name? Donphan. The like elephant with like a tire on its back or something. Volcano next to your base in Subnautica. Ooh, that sounds pretty good, right? Because that's where all the good metals spawn. All right, bye, Rogue. You're drawing on your English homework? Oh my gosh, goodness, Camille. Well, make sure you actually do your homework, okay? I wouldn't want you to get in trouble. What are you drawing? Oh yeah, you're gonna want to be careful in the chat, Flop. Nightbot's a bit overzealous. Thermoregulate. Sure, let's go with that. Reminds me of that one video of the baby elephant swinging his trunk around. You guys ever seen that before? It's super cute. Apparently, baby elephants, because they're not quite used to controlling their trunks, they swing them around. Homework. I don't know what that word is. And you're drawing me on your homework? Oh, I'm so honored. Your teacher's gonna be so confused. They're gonna be like, what is this weird fox? Okay, this guy's probably gonna kill me. I didn't get very good evolutions this time.
Hey everyone, Just a Starter 777 just banned Slacker from the following in-game action: moving.
Veto.
Everyone point and laugh.
Food from animals not killed by you grant extra progress. Ooh. That thing. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Because usually I stumble upon, like, food from a bunch of fights. Slithery queens. Ruminant. Every 10 seconds gain progress equal to 5 times your prey affinity value. Goes on cooldown when hit. Dang, that's actually pretty good. So let's go with this, because currently I'm really slow. Professor, your English professor is very nice. Oh, they won't say nothing to you? Okay, that's good. What did you do, Justa? Yeah, no, I vetoed it. Veto means the council has decided to reject that on the grounds that I'm not going to throw a fight. Yeah, you banned something that is... Haven't stopped my bad habit of breathing. What makes you think I'm breathing? I could just be a robot. Oh my god, will you die, please? Dude, what is with your shell? Alright, I give up. You win, turtle guy. Oh, never mind. I win. Ooh. Next time I see a pile of food, it's gonna be a freaking level up spree. No eating bugs. I don't eat bugs. That's not an option in this game. Oh, looks like the fish evolved. But sure, you can go ahead and say no eating bugs if you want. Chunky. Ooh. Feeling big. I'm feeling chunky. Oh my god. That's dark even by my standards. Okay, fuck you, Capybara. You bitch. No plants? Okay, I can do that. I can do no eating plants. That means I'll just have to avoid apples. Like those. I won't eat apples. For the next 30 seconds. Let's become small. Let's see how tiny I can get, yeah? I don't want anything that's gonna hurt me. That sounds like such a bad deal. Like in Elden, well, actually I think all Dark Souls have this one. There's this one item in all of Dark Souls where like you take way more damage, and I'm like, who would do that on purpose? That seems really weird. More collabs? Just say the word, dude. You know my schedule? Well, kinda. If there's any games that you want to play, then tell me what game you want to play and we'll see what we can get working. Ow, how dare you. You used my logic against me. I will never financially recover from this. You're forgetful. You know what? Fair. Ooh, should I go become a furry or a scaly? Let's become a scaly. One random stat? Yeah, let's do that. 30% feeding speed. Wow, that's pretty good, actually. Maybe we should do like a collab schedule where we can figure out like what we can play together. Or like what times. I think in the future, should I ever become lucky enough to be, you know, considered big and people want to actually collab with me, I'll have like a calendar or something. Like availability. And then people can just look at my calendar and be like, oh, he's doing this or that. Increase the success rate of mushroom identification. Increase the number of ticks of your poison spread. This one. Study the mushroom. What's something we all have? Heart. Because if you don't have a heart, then you're dead. So we all have heart. All right, Caffeine. Thanks for being here, bud. Catch you later. Oh, you mean game-wise? Oh, he meant collab as in like other streamers. Yeah. Like VTuber. VTubing collab. Let's get even smaller. Look at how tiny I am. I'm gonna be so hard to hit. And we're gonna give us ourselves a shell. So now I really am gonna be bug-like. Should I become a strong snail? I'm gonna become that snail from that thing, the invincible snail that like follows you around or whatever. And if it touches you, you die. Oh shit. Crabbaroo. You what, mate? Ah. Oh, come on, get out of there. That's my hole. You just got done streaming? How long was your stream? Like 20 minutes? Oh god, he can poison. Tentacles. Sure, let's get tentacles. Oh, he surrendered. Okay, fair enough. Take him out. You got bored? Fair enough. Streaming can take it out of you, so I understand. Come here, little hedgehogs. I'm gonna eat you. Oh my gosh. Think I'm gonna become really fast and hard to hit. Only problem is my output is pretty low. And my reach is very small. Stinger. Ooh. Yeah. Let's go with that. This is getting pretty interesting. You gonna play some VR? Alright. What are you gonna play on VR? Doesn't even poison. What gives? Oh, that's because I'm hitting the wrong attack. Okay, I'm dumb. My left click is my stinger attack. More eyes. This is becoming really interesting. More, ooh, either more poison. Let's go with more heat adaptation. What the goof? How you doing? Muscular. Yes, more. Oh, more small. All right, I should not take any more dodge because I hit the dodge cap. It also means predators are going to try to come after me more. So, gonna see how this goes. The game Necrophysis? What's that? I don't think I've heard of that game. What's that about? Hello, Smiley. Oh great, it's the Shellephant. I think we're just gonna poison because poison penetrates armor. It has Cthulhu in it, and it looks like H.R. Geiger art. Ooh, love me some H.R. Geiger. Is that something I should play during spooky season? You suggest I play it? Okay. This reminds you of Kirby? Really? Is it the fact that you can eat your enemies? Or is it like the art style or something? Oh god, look who's back. You wanna go, mate? Okay, you better not run away and give up this time if I beat you. Wings, arms. Somehow I have wings and a shell. Don't ask me how that works. You remember there being an enemy that can drill in the ground? Well, I've never played a Kirby game, or I've never played that Kirby game. I played the original SNES Kirby, I think. Funny enough, I have all of the Kirbys on the Nintendo like online thing. So maybe like I could play that at some point. Back off, this is my food. There's a ton of fun mechanics. Oh. I remember the one, I think it was called like Kirby Superstar or something like that. You could like turn into a singer and scream really loud. That's what I remember. Oh god, things are damaging me really hard now. Is it because I'm super small? I don't even show up as a threat for those shrimp cats anymore. What would I do if I was a crab? I would...
Oh, Crab is good at
Oh, you're talking
pinch and
to
crawl.
Foxy.
I bet we can learn a lot from him, lol.
Thought you were talking to me. I guess that shows me, huh? So instead of a dodge, now I can get inside of my shell. There's a workshop for abilities that you collect and you can use on the punching dummy. So like you can make your own attacks. Oh, you literally said Foxy. Why am I so dumb? Running from me. You know what this kind of reminds me of? You ever played Sonic Adventure? The one with the chows? How you could like feed them different little animals and they would change their like abilities and how they look and everything. Oh. Abilities from eating enemies. So basically normal Kirby stuff. Oh god. Claudia? The spider crab. I get it. Or she makes babies. Oh god. This is going to be difficult. Kirby in the Forgotten Land, he thought it was awesome. Did people not like it? It's rare I ever hear Kirby hate, so I'm not, like, in the loop. Oh, they surrender, huh? I don't know. Should I take that? Should I allow them to surrender? I'm not going to allow them to surrender. Never give up. Never surrender. A tornado ability? Does that do exactly what it sounds like? Does it turn you into a little tornado? Turtle down. Movement speed penalty applied when executing any attack. Lower values will reduce the amount of penalty received. I need some more eating speed. I eat so slowly. Come here, kitty cat. App Slacker model. It would be kind of funny. I've been trying to think of like good April Fool's jokes. For some reason, I just can't think of any like good ones, you know? Like any that would make people be like, wow, that was hilarious, Slacker, good job.
Consider a sub or using your Twitch Prime.
Anything I can think of would sound kind of lame. That sounds like that would be kind of funny. Ooh, let's go with the ranged ability. Ew, I'm spitting on them. Spitting on that thing. Swap sizes with Foxy. Like people come in and they're thinking that Slacker, like, you know, my regular model is the streamer, but it turns out I'm actually Foxy. Uh-oh, the Sawagons are evolving. Is that a chicken jockey? One of the ones that I was gonna think about doing was a fake face reveal. But I don't know, it sounded kind of lame after a while. I was like, I don't know. I ain't quite a jokester. I'm more of a prankster. You know? It's Face from the 18... or Two-Face from Batman. Dude, how are you dodging poison? All right, Crabkin is the final boss, huh? Holy shit. My poisons are doing nothing to him, by the way. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Yeah. I'm gonna die. Well, oh my god. Oh man. Virulent poison damage plus 15 or virulent? Damn. This is tough. This level 2 ain't no joke. Cheek pouch? That's funny. I think I'm just gonna keep going with increasing my abilities. That was a good build that I had last time. Just for some reason I wasn't able to get through the armor of the boss. He just became too resistant to my poisons. Ooh, hell yeah. Wow. arms just got longer. Let's try leech. Now I can heal. Ew, my mouth became a leech mouth. Gross. Stomach. Well, I guess we're going with the leech run this time. I just can't escape bugs, man. Just bugs all the way down. Did I get a beak and a leech mouth? I can give hickeys? Ew. Anybody want a hickey from my little critter? Anybody feeling sick? I can use the leeches. I'm gonna get big this time. We're gonna be a giant leech. I'm gonna look like Shai Hulud after this. A giant sandworm. If there's an evolution that makes you long, I'm gonna get it. So I can look like a sandworm. First of all, rude. I'm gonna look like the popcorn bucket. You know, those popcorn buckets are never in the shape that I want them, even if it's from a movie that I'm actually interested in. They always look weird. You know, like the boys and their obsession with being long. I mean, can you blame us? Pretty much as soon as we hit maturity, it's ingrained into our brains that we need to be long. Need to get fast though. That's gotta be my current obsession. Ooh, poisonous saliva. 70% reach. We're gonna go with that. Oh, great. Oh, we're gonna see how good this leech healing is. Well, not bad. I think it's feeling sorry for me. Looking at me like right now like Wow, what a pathetic little worm. And I bite it, and it gets poisoned. And it's like, oh, never mind. Now I have Hantavirus. You're starting to think you might get a Switch 2? This will be your best time to do it because the price is going to go up by a lot. So you might as well get a Switch 2 now, if you can afford it. A leech beat a cow. Spines? Oh, a spiny leech. Oh, that's disgusting. Give me legs. There we go, legs. I'm cursed. I have no heat adaptability. Crack the egg. Spawns high rarity meat food. 50% chance to spawn a land boss. Hide the egg. Protect the egg. Defend the egg successfully for 1 minute to spawn a charmed small version of a land boss. Let's roll the dice. Food from... Okay, give me legs. Shit. Well, at least it's the kangaroo. The kangaroo isn't terrible to fight. I mean, in real life, a kangaroo will fuck you up, but in this game, we're the one doing the fucking. Yes, give me this. Faster eat. Poisonous saliva, yep, give me that. Some of these builds get really fun. But for some reason, I just keep going bug. I guess instead of everything becoming crab in this universe, everything becomes bug. Come here. Come here. You would play this if it was free? It's $8. Hey, Kiwi, how's it going? How you doing, my friend? It's $8 American. What is that, like $9 for you? How's it going, Kiwi? Long time no see. Okay. I'm big boy. Boy, I gotta be careful with my health. Did not notice my health. Again. You got the Bloom badge. What game is that? What's Bloom badge? Is that Pokemon? Or is that, are you talking about Twitch? Legs. Arthropod. On Twitch? Oh, okay. Ah, back around too, eh? You can poison me as well. Oh shit. Oh, come on. Increase the amount of points of interest by 50%. Unlocked by... Okay, cool, whatever. God. Sure, let's try that. Dude, I just spawned in and this thing is already attacking me. Can you give me a second to breathe? Sure, let's go with fur. Become a furry little blob this time. How'd you get that badge, Kiwi? Is that one of Twitch's events? Rip. I'm gonna become chunky again. Okay, this time I'm not gonna become Bug, okay? I'm gonna try to get arms and legs and get like claws and stuff. More chunky. I keep becoming Bug. Twitch event, yeah, watching a specific creator's live stream separate. Ah. Whose live stream gave you that badge? From watching me? Yo, that's cool. I didn't know that. Is that like everybody watching everybody's stream or just certain people? Does everybody know about that? No more apples. I can't eat apples anymore because now I'm a carnivore. I keep going for the eye evolution. I'm not going to do that again. I seem to have like a very specific path that I always take. I ain't going to do that. I've not explored the snow either. Stop running. Making it difficult. Can I have legs now? Sometimes when I play roguelites, it always kind of feels like certain runs will be pushing you in a certain direction. Like in terms of like upgrades and whatnot. You ever feel like that? It's probably just RNG. I mean, it's entirely RNG on these things. My channel, I got level 2, other channels, so level... Oh, I see. So you're in my channel more, is what you're saying? Well, I'm honored. Right, dice roll time. More mass. Armor plating. Very low physical damage attack. Used automatically, even while on cooldown, when the other equipped basic attack is used. Can I reroll? Yeah. Yep. Damn it, the kangaroo's back. Oh man, now the real boss is here. 2 kangaroos? Oh, I'm fucked. It's always the fucking kangaroo. Okay, that one was worthless. I'm gonna go with this one. Increases the chance to charm enemies with specific abilities. Also makes enemies give up on chasing faster. Yeah, damn freaking kangaroo got legs. Kicked me in my face. Yeah, let's do beak again. I like this attack. It's pretty good. Makes me look like a weird little duck fella. Welcome back, Caffeine. Nope, going chunky again. It's like my mom always used to say, always go chunky. I didn't understand what that meant until just now. Jesus Christ, dude. Their shields regen so quickly, and they... Oh, well, now you're dead. I don't know what that last word means. Body slam. Muscular tissue. Oh, we getting swole. More fur. More mass. I'm gonna try not to go for any of my usual evolutions. That's just kind of how it is with roguelites, though, right? Wash the darn dishes. I didn't know the last word. And I like that you translated pinches to darn. It's more like wash the fucking dishes. More saliva. Now, this is gotta be scary. I'm a giant, hulking, furry, muscular, drooling creature with a beak. I just go around pecking everything to death. Yet nothing's afraid of me. I'd be afraid of me if I were you guys. Oh shit, here comes the kangaroo. Oh, that fucking poison, dude. Okay, I don't know what that does, but I'm gonna choose this. Platypus? Harry the platypus? But why am I parrying the platypus? Has it attacked me? God, it's gonna fucking kill me again. This crab is a menace. I mean, this kangaroo's a menace. Well, now I'm a bigger menace. So get fucked. Slithery. Should I get tentacles or legs? We're gonna go with legs. And then when we get to the evolution, we're going to choose arms. It'll slow me down slightly, but it's gonna strengthen my abilities by a lot. Dude, fuck off, frog. You're done with your drawing? Yay. Yes, put it on Discord. I can't wait to see it. Now I'm drooling like crazy. It must look rabid. Yeah, I got. I saw that. Well, no, not homework. Wait. You said drawing. Yeah, scavenger. Holy shit. I really have no heat resistance. The desert almost killed me. More leg. Oh, you bitch. Get out of your hole. Come on. Oh my god. He immediately runs into his hole. What does the star mean? It means higher quality meat. And also they do a lot of damage. Get out of your hole. Oh my god. Oh shit. Yes. Kill the fish. Kill the fish. Thank you. Oh boy. Doing no damage. Okay, stop. Enough. Dashing on snow has a 20% chance to spawn food in the landing area. 50% of your cold adaptation is gained as heat adaptation. Yes, let's do that. Oh my god, I'm woolly. I look like a sheep. Arms. I'm a beaked sheep.
Camel_Wall wants you to get off your ass and stretch some.
Who? Oh. Foxy's not good at reading names. Okay. Camel, I will get up and stretch as soon as on next death, okay? When I die, I will get up and stretch. Gosh. These cats are annoying. Literally eat my entire ass. All right, hold on. There you go. It'll give you nightmares about bizarre monsters. It's gonna give me nightmares about being chased by shrimp cats. So far, this is the best genetic quality. Other than the beginning one that just gives extra 10 HP. I wonder if I should go back and do level 1 until I unlock more effects. It didn't mention about having to do anything like that. Shell. Okay, hear me out. I'm not gonna go insect again. I'm gonna go strong shelled creature. Who am I kidding? I'm probably gonna turn into a bug again.
So awesome. You so cute. You make my heart go woot woot.
Woot woot. I've literally never used the courtship one. Wonder if I'm missing out. Like, could I have like a summoner build where I'm just like straight up just rizzing up every animal around me? Bite. Yeah, that's right. And now I look like a walrus. Lucky the tree was there. There's a star one. Hollow bones. No, we don't want that. I'm not a bird. Though we could probably at some point unlock the stuff to become a bird. Or blobfish never stood a chance. You know, it was sad when I learned about the blobfish. How those poor things are basically...
Lizard, 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 lizard.
These, like, they're normal looking until you bring them up from the depths, and then that's when their like tissue decompresses, and they or compresses. No, decompresses, because they're under extreme pressure down there, and then that's when they get all blobby. And that made me so sad to find out. Fur. Let's become woolly again. I liked that. I looked like a sheep. Now I'll be a sheep with a shell. God. Oh, look who it is. Yeah, that's right. Get fucked. Tentacles. These little hedgehog guys. They're vicious. Attack penalty down. Level 2 tentacles. More HP. I'm becoming massive. I don't like that one that makes it do 50% less damage. That's such a debuff. It was like 15% less damage or even like 20% less damage. Then I would be like, okay, I'll take it. Basically a kaiju at this point. That's my food. Fuck off. No, I don't want a tail. Just realized there's different little hat fellas. That's adorable. Golden meat. Upgrade evolution. Spend mutagen points to improve the available evolutions by 1 rarity level. Ooh, I think I'm gonna save that.
You so awesome. You so cute. You make my heart go woot woot.
Woot woot. I see. So tentacles were already at the max rarity, I think. Please don't be the elephant. Pincers.
Hello there.
Hi, Zaddy. How you doing?
Sarsity wants you to hydrate. Get to it, you thirsty bitch.
Ooh, I fucked his ass up. Alright, Zaddy, I will hydrate. Finish Silk Song. How'd it go? Did you find out what was doing all that singing? You had to beat Grandma 3 times? Why, did she forget to take her medication? Unleash the Void, that's always fun. Who knows what kind of nightmarish things are awaiting in the Void, so that's how you keep things cool, funky, and fresh. Am I right? We're playing this fun game. This game is called Everything is Crab. It's a roguelite in which you evolve weird critters. It's basically Darwin's wet dream. Crab. And as you can see, I'm becoming a kaiju. I'm basically just a gigantic tentacle monster. Oh, you were listening to Golden Brown again? Oh yeah, you gotta show me what that is. I wanna see what your Golden Brown inspiration is. It's freaking capybaras, dude. Let's get some better regeneration. Come here, stop running. Those are like shrimp cats. They're funny looking. Or like shrimp foxes or something. Would you believe me, Zaddy, if I told you that this character starts off as a tiny little blue blob? Let's upgrade that plating. Holy cow, this thing hurts. What are you? Why am I suddenly taking so much damage? Ooh, golden fish. Gimme. No, I don't like it. Make me smarter. Nothing more scary than a kaiju that's also smart, am I right?
Welcome back from the ad break. If you hate ads, consider a sub or using your Twitch Prime.
That was the boss. Oh, Jesus. Where are you? Oh, get absolutely wrecked, you little ass. Smart. Big brain. We want wings? I feel like wings is better than slithery. You know what? I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna be gaining a ton of progress.
Lizard, 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 lizard,
My
lizard,
anaconda
lizard,
don't want none unless you got buns, hun. Lizard, lizard. Oh, lizard. Beat a shiny animal? Do I want to upgrade my tentacles or my brain? I'm going to upgrade my brain. I'm many? Oh, I have 90 points. Yes. I am so plated. This was upgraded all the way already, so that was a waste. But more damage resistance, please. It's my food, fuck off. Reroll. Alpha. Yeah. Now I'm gonna get invited to the Joe Rogan podcast. Let's go. Be able to shill my crappy supplements to everybody. Give me those tentacles. Yeah, agile. I'm gigantic and I'm fast. Will you die already? %, size. Yeah. I'm a freaking beast. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with me. Now watch me get absolutely bodied by the boss. I'm the biggest Chungus. And now I'm a smart Chungus. No, 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 no. Hey, come here. So annoying. Come on, boss. Trap him in there. Yep, just as I feared. Oh, I'm fucked. Oh, I'm so fucked. Oh, this boss sucks massive dick. Splicing. You now have the chance to splice two genetics together to create a unique starting character. Requires reaching the first boss or further in the previous run. Okay. Grandiose. Evolution rarity improves based on your size. Ooh. Bigger size means rare evolutions. Well, you know what I'm going to do? Gain the ability of skipping evolutions. When an evolution is skipped this way, gain increased rarity chance for every evolution in the next level. Neat. Grandiose and... Oh, I have to pick these? This. So now I gotta become large. Big boy. Yeah, so my path forward is to become the biggest Chungus and get really good unlocks. Let's try going for a tail this time. The antlers one just doesn't seem all that interesting to me. You get injured for using it, which you've seen my track record. You know that getting injured is bad. I mean, that's a stupid thing to say. I get injured very easily, and so a skill that makes me more injured is not good. Tail. Jesus. Jesus. Eat my ass. I don't want hollow bones. What could low damage resistance even do for me? Like, is there a build in which the lower damage resistance I have, the stronger I get or something? Like, is there a glass cannon build? Probably is. Probably some kind of glass cannon build where the lower your damage resistance, the higher physical damage you do or something like that. Only thing I can think of for having an evolution like that. Finds my beloved. Okay, this is what I was waiting for. Horns. Wanted to try this attack out. Oh boy, Leech again. Leech was fun, but I already tried it. I already did a Leech build. I ended up just getting wrecked. A shell. Shell and quills. What could go wrong? And I'm scaly. I look like Bowser. I look like a derpy Bowser right now. What does that do? Oh, it makes my horns bigger. Okay, cool. Thought I was gonna like increase the area that they cover. Nope, just makes them bigger. I got gigantic horns. Con cuidado, it's el toro. Whining. I don't know if I want that. Let's take immune system. Once we have enough rerolls, then I'll do rerolls. Oh, I'm in the cold. I am technically a reptile right now, so I should not be in the cold. Jesus Christ. First boss, I'm screwed. Yep, I knew. How did I know it was gonna be the stupid kangaroo? Oh, I hate this fucking kangaroo, dude. Let's try these. Nah, I'm going with that build again. That's not fair. I'm gonna ignore tail this time because that didn't do anything for me. No. Give me my shell back. Come here. Come here. Those birds are annoying. Constantly running. Why are you running? Yeah. No running for you, boy. You dead. Not even like halfway to the build I had last time. We're already close to the boss. Beak. I like the beak. The beak does really good damage. So we'll just be a beaked shelled creature. That'll be fine. Oh yes, give me poison resistance, because fuck that kangaroo. Thanks for the free food, dummy. Yes, more poison immunity. Thank you. Hopefully this kangaroo isn't so bad now that I have 30% poison resistance. Running. Stop running. Oh, good gravy. Aki. Hi, Aki. How's it going? And of course, I'm close to death when the boss spawns. reroll. Dexterous. Just got off work? Heck yeah. How was work? Oh, the star means alpha. I hate this stupid kangaroo so much. Please tell me I got food somewhere. Wait a minute, he heals too? Please don't be a poison mushroom. Well, that was bad. Work was slow? Oh man. Make any big sales? Oh my god. Yeah, you better fucking run away. Not really? Ah, bummer. Just want to say hi before you drive home? Okay, well, drive safe, okay? Be careful getting home. Yeah. You'll be back? I mean, as long as you're back within the next 30-ish minutes, you'll still catch me live. Muscular tissue. But please don't drive fast or crazy, okay? Exoskeleton. That'll make me more bug-like though. I have not picked bug-like. I mean, I have not picked carapace. Let's try it. Now I just look like a tan duck with a shell on his back. Funny, I like watching all the little infighting that happens. Like a real life ecosystem, except with abominations. Give me that poison resistance. Sure, you don't attack the cats when they're scratching at you, but you attack me. Am I that big of a joke to you? Don't answer that. Was I actually in that cloud? Be so for real. Hey, come on. You can't be mad at me. I didn't do nothing. There we go. Yeah, go after them. Jeez. Why do those things hurt so much? Okay, next boss is coming up. Oh boy, this is a terrible one. She attacks too quickly. I'm fucked. Well, good run. I feel like the damage reduction stuff doesn't work on bosses. Because they still fuck you up. Beak supremacy. Close range attack that deals physical damage and scales with HP. Oh. So we should start picking the HP evolutions. Although, now that I have picked that, I bet you anything, I'm not going to get max HP stuff anymore. You just watch. Hehehe. I will get a strength build that actually works. Or my name isn't John, which it's not. I kind of wish the body slam moved you. It should be like a closing gap attack. You know, like one of those like paladin shield dashes, or actually like warrior, more like a warrior skill, where you like dash with your shield to get close. Max HP. So far, though, this is kind of a bummer. The only enemies I'm seeing are these stupid little rat things. Yes, sir. Oh no. Oh no, you don't. Really? Ah, behold the power of thorns. Well, since we have that thing that makes rares spawn depending on size, I should probably make myself bigger. Okay, I really hope I can actually do this. Oh, crab tar. Okay. That's not so bad. Way better than that stupid freaking kangaroo. Hehe. those freaking biting creatures. Anything that bites in this game seems to do a metric truckload of damage. Give me those beefy arms. See? Bites do so much damage in this game. I guess it just goes to show. Evolution just favors sharp teeth. Yes, more HP. We need this body slam to destroy things. Now, since I have 4 arms, will they let me start punching things too? Ooh, let's upgrade that body slam. Oh no, oh no, oh no. 110% return damage. That's so good. I didn't even see that. Poison doesn't count. I mean, why would it count? You know, I think it only returns physical damage. Oh, man. Why are you hitting yourself? Come here, come here, come here. Ah, idiot. Reroll. Come on, dude. Come on, stop making everything run away. Look at... God damn it, dude. Stop it. Quit running. Oh my fucking god, dude. These bites need to be nerfed or some shit. I don't know. Yeah, let's get horns again. Welcome back, Aki. Glad you can make it. You're in time to see me be extremely frustrated by this game. Like I put so much effort into making a strong build. Robust. Your max HP is multiplied by your size value. Negative sizes do not diminish your HP. Oh man. Okay, we're gonna get this one. Hopefully that means we're about to get a whole lot of HP for every size modifier we get. So if we get chunky, I'm hoping we get real chunky. There we go. Now we're gonna get more XP from eating meat. Which you would think having cow horns might be a little counterintuitive. I'm doing all right. It's almost the weekend, so I'm happy. How about you, Aki? How you doing? Tired and hungry. Oh man. You got any plans for dinner? Oh, this is yummy. Okay. Reroll. Horns level 2. Oh, I made them touch tongues. You guys are lovers now. Sorry. I don't make the rules. Pizza. What flavor? Maybe I should start taking that chunky one too. Pepperoni. You know, I'm okay with pepperoni. I just don't like it when places overdo it. You know, like some places like to really give you pepperoni. You know, as if pepperoni is going extinct tomorrow. I'm not about that life. I'm gonna say something controversial. My favorite flavor of pizza is Hawaiian. And I love it when they pile on the what do you call it? The pineapple. Move. This is my meat now. Reroll. Reroll. I don't take. Brain. Oh, dude, come on. Don't frickin'... Fucking frogs, dude. I'm gonna frickin' Alex Jones those stupid frogs if they only leave me alone. What's up, Claire? Why would I say something so controversial yet so brave? I don't know. I'm just a controversial guy. What can I say? This is why we get along. Exactly. Exactly. You understand the intricacies of pizza. What's the word? Politics. Oh my god, my horns are demolishing you. Get absolutely wrecked, you stupid scrub. Get out of here. This is my meat. Give me the legs. Yeah. Look at him. Get out of here. It's my food. Damn it, Beavis. This is my meat. Like, go get your own. Reroll. We'll take this. No, piss off. My food. I feel like a nature documentary. I just need David Attenborough to narrate what I'm doing. He's not gonna have any idea what the heck my creature is called, though. Honestly, this thing should not exist. Science has no name for it. Hi, Camille. You already made the sketch? Heck yeah. I can't wait to see it. Oh, I am not getting taken out like this. Haha, you ain't running. Subcutaneous fat. Yeah, chunky. You mean chunky boy.
You're so awesome. You so cute. You make my heart go woot woot.
Woot woot. Come on, don't kill the alpha before I get there. It's an abomination more suited to a C-tier movie than roaming the open plains. Honestly, we should just put it out of its misery. But they just will not let us shoot it. Oh, you're running from me now, huh? Yeah, you realize I can kick your ass. Give me them spines. Upgrade those spines. Give me them spines. Oh, I forgot about the rain. Legs. Now I'm a centaur. Grabtar. Okay, we can do this. Horns versus horns. Let's go. You come for the king, you better not miss. Arms. Oh my god, we got a war going on. It's the fox versus the fish people. Let's take Dexterous. Upgrade that body slam. Toe beans? No, I don't need a social attack. Claw, no. I don't have paws, so I can't have toe beans. That was kind of funny. I leveled up as soon as I smacked into him.
Welcome back from the ad break. If you hate ads, consider a sub or using your Twitch Prime.
And we're finally reaching a stage where I would say we're in holy shit territory. Let's upgrade. Ooh, that cooldowns one. Oh, cooldowns. Let's go with cooldowns. Holy shit! Exactly. Aki gets it. Let's upgrade that saliva. Which is not a sentence I thought I would ever say. You know, but here we are. Another fish-fox war. Subcutaneous fat. Give me that revenge. Upgrade. Let's see, what do we get? Get more attack area. Come here. Come here. Stop running. Why are you running? I eat the food before I'm even on screen. Revenge or regeneration? Yeah, let's get revenge. Why does it feel like I'm taking more damage now? Applies poison. Your spines are also triggered on dodge. Now let's do poison. Ah, it's the fish. Okay. Well, we're all right. Yeah, get wrecked, scrub. Let's do alpha. Reroll. Give me that alpha. Let's upgrade that Cortex. Look at that brain. Give me that alpha. Let's upgrade that mass. Oh my god, I'm gigantic. Let's upgrade that synapse. 26% skill cooldown. Do we want to do dexterous? Get more ability damage? Yeah, let's upgrade that dexterous. Even further cooldown. I am a fucking nightmare. Oh, let's upgrade that body slam. Baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. That is what I'm talking about. Give me some of that subcutaneous fat. Give me that horns. Jumps over enemies, obstacles. What? Could we do that? Upgrade that. Is that my new dodge? That is my new dodge. Give me that poison resistance, please. Give me that. Did I get a shell? Nah. I don't think I need it at this point.
Zero VA wants you to hydrate.
Ooh. Okay,
Get
I'll
to
hydrate.
it, you thirsty bitch.
Thank you for the hydrate. I think we should probably upgrade this so I can start leveling like a madman. Come here. Hey, hey. Excuse me. I have not given you permission to leave. Let's start doing agile. Get some dodge and attack penalty decrease. Food no longer exists in my vicinity. Jesus Christ. Okay, never mind. That thing can live. It has freaking thorns as well. Not the food. Don't worry, I'll share. There we go. Our boy has some hair now. More HP, thank you very much. Yes, sir. Boy finally evolved hair. Come here, come here. Do it. Yo. Do it. Do it. Get fucked. "15 seconds. He didn't even last." Pressure 3. My God. The evil laugh. I died to that final boss like 4 times, and I finally got to a point where I just annihilated him. What do you mean I'm not paying attention to my chat? Yes, I am. I've been reading everything everyone's been saying. I see all chats. Well, the reason why I don't say anything is because Siri is the one taking care of that usually. Is Siri bot not doing her job? Siri, what are you doing? I'm gonna have to lock you in the basement, Siri. Naughty, naughty. Okay. Well, that was a lot of fun. Well, did we get this one? Holy cow. Minus 50% modifier to physical and ability, 50% to your nearby area, and nearby enemies take 50% increased damage. Holy cow. Minus 50% modifier to physical, though. Ooh. We'll see. That might be interesting. Don't got your English, though? It's okay. It is quite alright. Well, I mean, that's where I was gonna call it anyways, because it is getting late. I've been going for quite a while. That was a lot of fun. That game is actually challenging. Yes, it is Buddy Bye time. Time for Tubby Bye Bye. Alright. Well, let me... well, I don't actually have to say goodnight to TikTok because I'm not streaming on TikTok tonight. Oh, and just if anybody missed the spiel earlier, the reason why I'm not streaming the TikTok for a while is because I found out it's the reason why my streams have been crashing. Yeah.
You're so awesome. You so cute. You make
So,
my heart go woot woot.
woot woot. So yeah, TikTok's on timeout for a little while until I can figure that out. Anywho, I am going to find somebody to raid out to. Rip indeed. I am so sorry about that, but it's okay. The stream won't crash and we'll be able to play our entire time. So you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your support so very much. Let me find us somebody to raid out to. We have people playing the crab game. Let me see if any of my friends are currently streaming. Yeah, we got a few people. Oh, we are not going to raid that person. They are looking at some stuff. Sorry. Okay, let's go raid the new person I saw. Actually, let's go raid Wolf. They're playing Tomodachi Life. We're gonna go raid Wolf. Oh, they're BRBing. Oh. Oh well, that's fine. I got to raid and run anyways. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all of you. Your support means the world to me. Tomorrow's Thursday. There's a chance I won't be here tomorrow. So, you know, we'll say it's a coin toss at this point. We'll see what happens. But in any case, please take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful night, and we'll do it again later. Okay? Bye-bye.